Conor McGregor looked at me across the dinner table and said, "You want to know how I made $200 million? My mouth earned more than my fists ever could." He adjusted his custom Rolex with that notorious grin. "I made maybe $100 million from actual fighting. The other $100 million came from understanding that my personality, my trash talk, my confidence, that was the real product. People didn't just buy tickets to see me fight. They bought into the Conor McGregor brand of believing anything is possible. Tonight, I'm sitting across from Conor McGregor, the man who transformed from a plumber's apprentice on welfare in Dublin to a $200 million entertainment empire that transcends mixed martial arts. But as he's about to reveal, his greatest weapon wasn't his left hand or his ground game. It was his ability to turn words into wealth and confidence into currency. Most fighters think success is about technique, conditioning, and strategy inside the cage," Conor continued, his Irish charm evident in every word. "But I understood from day one that fighting was just one part of the business. The real money comes from building a brand so powerful that everything you touch turns to gold." The waiter brought our drinks, but Conor's focus remained on the strategic thinking that built his empire. "When I started fighting professionally, I was making €400 per fight in Ireland. I was signing on for welfare benefits between fights, living with my girlfriend in her parents' house. But even then, I knew that my personality and my ability to sell myself would be what separated me from everyone else. I studied the greats, Muhammad Ali, who understood that controversy and confidence could make you the highest paid athlete in the world, Mike Tyson, whose intimidation factor made him a pay-per-view king, Floyd Mayweather, who turned being the villain into a billion-dollar career." Conor showed me early interviews from his regional fighting days, pointing out the calculated confidence even when he had nothing. "Look at these early interviews. I'm fighting in small venues in Dublin, making basically nothing, but I'm already talking like I'm destined for greatness. That wasn't arrogance, that was business strategy. I knew that if I could make people believe in my confidence, they'd pay to see if I could back it up. The breakthrough came when I realized that modern entertainment is about storytelling, not just athletics. People don't just want to see great fighters, they want to see great characters, compelling narratives, personalities they can either love or hate passionately." The first course arrived, but Conor's passion for the psychology of success kept him engaged. "My trash talk isn't random insults. It's psychological warfare designed to achieve multiple business objectives simultaneously. First, it gets inside my opponent's head, giving me a mental advantage before we even step in the octagon. Second, it generates media attention that increases pay-per-view sales. Third, it builds my brand as someone who backs up bold predictions with bold performances." The Jose Aldo fight in 2015 was my masterclass in this strategy. I spent months predicting exactly how I'd knock him out, studying his movements, and selling the fight through pure confidence. When I knocked him out in 13 seconds exactly as I predicted, it wasn't just a victory. It was proof that my confidence was backed by preparation and skill. How do you balance confidence with preparation? That's the secret most people miss. The confidence isn't fake. It's based on obsessive preparation and visualization. I spend months studying opponents, perfecting techniques, and mentally rehearsing every possible scenario. By the time I step in the octagon, I genuinely believe I'm going to win because I've done everything possible to ensure victory. Conor pulled up training footage and preparation videos, showing the work behind the bravado. People see the suits, the cars, the lifestyle, and think it's all flash. But behind every confident prediction is thousands of hours of training, studying film, working with coaches, and mental preparation. The trash talk is just the marketing for the product, but the product has to be elite level. The Proper 12 whiskey deal proved that my brand had value beyond fighting. We launched the company in 2018, and I used every interview, every social media post, every public appearance to promote it. I wasn't just selling whiskey. I was selling the Irish spirit, the success story, the belief that anyone can rise from nothing to everything. The main course was served, and Conor reflected on his most strategic business moves. The whiskey business taught me about brand extension and long-term wealth building. Fighting careers are short, maybe 10 to 15 years if you're lucky and avoid serious injuries. But a brand can generate revenue forever if it's built properly. I positioned Proper 12 as more than just another celebrity alcohol brand. It represented my journey from welfare to wealth, my Irish heritage, and my philosophy of proper preparation and confidence. Every bottle sold was like buying a piece of the Conor McGregor success story. When we sold Proper 12 to Proximo Spirits for $600 million, people realized that my mouth had literally created more value than most fighters earn in their entire careers. The trash talk, the confidence, the brand building, it all converted into generational wealth. Tell me about your approach to social media and platform building. Social media is the ultimate equalizer in modern business. I have 47 million followers across platforms, which gives me direct access to more people than most television networks reach. Every post is an opportunity to sell something, whether it's a fight, a product, or just the Conor McGregor lifestyle. Conor showed me his social media analytics and engagement rates, demonstrating the systematic approach to online presence. I don't just post randomly. Every image, every caption, every story is designed to reinforce the brand. The suits, the cars, the private jets, they're not just showing off, they're proof points that the confidence and predictions actually lead to success. Young entrepreneurs need to understand that social media isn't just about followers. It's about building a direct relationship with customers who will buy whatever you're selling because they believe in you personally. How do you handle criticism and negative reactions? Controversy is currency in the attention economy. When people criticize me, argue about me, or debate my methods, they're giving me free marketing. The worst thing for a brand is indifference. If people don't care enough to have strong opinions about you, you're invisible. I learned this from studying entertainers like Madonna, who built her career on being provocative and polarizing. As long as people are talking about you, you're relevant, and relevance converts to revenue in every industry. The restaurant was quieter now, allowing us to explore the deeper psychology of his success. The key insight is that people don't just buy products, they buy identities and aspirations. When someone buys Proper 12, they're not just buying whiskey. They're buying into the idea that they can overcome any obstacle through confidence and preparation. When they watch my fights, they're not just watching MMA. They're watching someone who predicted success and manifested it through pure belief and hard work. That's a powerful story that resonates across cultures and industries. What about your expansion into other business ventures? Everything I do is connected to the core brand. August McGregor Fashion Line represents the style and confidence aspect. McGregor Sports and Entertainment develops other fighters and entertainers. The T-Idol Sport Recovery brand taps into the health and wellness market. But the genius is that all these ventures reinforce each other. The fashion makes me more stylish in fights and public appearances. The sports management gives me influence in the industry. The wellness products support my own performance while helping others achieve their goals. Conor pulled up his business portfolio, showing the interconnected nature of his various ventures. Most athletes make the mistake of just licensing their name to random products. I only get involved in businesses where my personality and brand story add genuine value. That authenticity is what makes customers trust the products and pay premium prices. How do you maintain motivation and drive after achieving so much success? The motivation isn't just about money anymore. It's about proving that the confidence and mindset can work in any industry. I've conquered fighting, built a whiskey empire, succeeded in fashion. Now I want to show that the same principles can work in technology, entertainment, real estate. Also, I'm building generational wealth and teaching my children that anything is possible if you combine belief with preparation. They're watching their father turn words into wealth, and that's a lesson more valuable than any inheritance. As our dinner wound down, Conor reflected on the broader implications of his approach to success. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that confidence is about being loud or arrogant. Real confidence comes from preparation, meeting opportunity, and then having the courage to back up your beliefs with action. My mouth made me $200 million because every word was supported by genuine skill, relentless preparation, and the willingness to risk everything on my predictions. That combination of talk and performance is what separates successful people from dreamers. What's your advice for building personal brands and businesses? First, understand that your personality is your most valuable asset in the modern economy. People can copy your techniques, your products, your strategies, but they can't copy your authentic personality and story. Second, study the greats in every industry. Muhammad Ali taught me about confidence. Steve Jobs taught me about product launches. Richard Branson taught me about lifestyle branding. Success leaves clues everywhere if you're smart enough to learn from multiple sources. Third, always back up your talk with performance. Confidence without results is just noise. But confidence plus results, that's a formula for unlimited success in any field. What's next for the McGregor empire? Continued expansion into industries where personality and brand matter. Technology investments, entertainment production, maybe even politics someday. The goal is to prove that the mindset and methods that worked in fighting can generate success anywhere. I'm also focused on developing other fighters and entertainers through McGregor Sports and Entertainment, teaching them that talent is just the starting point. The real money comes from building a brand that people can't ignore. As we stood to leave, Conor offered his final insight about confidence, brand building, and the power of strategic self-promotion. The greatest lesson from my journey is that your mouth can be your most valuable weapon if you use it strategically. But it has to be backed by preparation, skill, and the willingness to risk everything on your beliefs. I went from welfare to $200 million, not because I was the best fighter in the world, but because I understood that fighting was just the platform for building something bigger. My mouth created opportunities, my confidence opened doors, and my preparation ensured I could walk through those doors successfully. In the modern economy, your ability to sell yourself, tell your story, and inspire others is more valuable than any technical skill. Master that, and you can turn any talent into unlimited wealth. This evening with Conor McGregor revealed that the most successful personal brands aren't built on skill alone, but on the ability to transform confidence into currency and personality into profit, proving that sometimes the most powerful weapon in business is knowing exactly what to say and when to say it. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos to hear the most private dinner conversations where billionaires reveal their deepest secrets. Which part inspired you the most? Drop it in the comments. Let's figure out how to become billionaires together.